How's it going, guys and gals? You're watching, but Doc said. This is a small little video review about a 6'5" Grendel that I just took out to field for the first time to hunt and test. Got a couple of hogs with it, and even an armadillo. Hope you enjoy.
What he's done most of the time.
Even though the trip was great, one thing that did kind of suck was there was a lot of rain. It seemed like all day it rained. There were a couple of breaks in between. So the humidity was really high, which was tough on the thermals, but we still got through. So I decided to go with a 6'5" Grendel after years of using a 5.56 and a 300 blackout. I wanted something that was a little bit harder hitting and something I could reach out a little bit farther with. So I decided to go with a 50-yard zero on the 6.5 Grendel, which is contradictory to my standard zero of 100 yards. But based off the ballistic chart, seemed like it was a little bit flatter shooting for the ranges that I was going to be using at a 50-yard zero. After a short zeroing session, was able to head out and start the hunt. Saw plenty of wildlife, even saw some deer from the cabin, but no hogs. Guess they were staying nocturnal. Once nightfall hit, we started driving around looking for the hogs, checking them at their standard locations. First one that we found with the 6.5 was down in the creek, about 75, 85 yards away. Father-in-law actually spotted him. We both lined up, and he let me take the shot. One shot, the hog went down. Kept squirming a little bit, squealing pretty loud. The Flir doesn't have audio, so you couldn't really hear it. But I decided to take shot number two, to go ahead and finish it off. That's when it started kicking, went down for sure. After getting the hog loaded up and back up to the cabin, was able to rinse the mud out of all the wounds and see what really happened. And needless to say, that 6.5 Grendel was quite impressive. The wounds and the trauma that incurred in that hog from that round was very impressive. The next animal that we found was an armadillo. Now I've killed armadillos with 5.56. I've killed them with 9 mil. Never seen this type of wound before. Sure, others have, but I hadn't. This thing blew a hole all the way through him, and he still managed to jump and scream around. That's just how tough these little creatures are. But anyways, 6.5 did his job on an armadillo, also at like 10 yards. Around 3 in the morning, we find the next group of hogs. There's 3 of them and a deer out in the middle of the field. My father-in-law aims in on the right one and I take the left one. You're looking from my perspective in these videos. We go to count down and he shoots on 2 because he can, I guess. So I quickly give my shot and both hogs are down. Still worked out okay. But the 6.5 again did its job. I mean, every single time it seems to have done its job on the animals that we shot. This hog was at about 100 yards, maybe 95 in the field. My father-in-law was using a 308 and he had a bad expansion on his round. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it, but it acted kind of like an FMJ. Still dropped the hog, no issues, but we did find his round located inside the shoulder. However, the 6.5, as you can see in the pictures, blew another astonishing hole. Overall, it was a very successful hunt. Using this 12-inch 6.5 Grendel, suppressed with an M4 2000 and 6.8, I was able to take these 2 hogs, one at 80, one at 100, roughly. And I also managed to take a 120-pound hog at about 40 yards with a 223 AR, running a D-Ball A3 and a PVS 14 white phosphorus mounted to my helmet. I am in no way going to sit here and say that the 6.5 Grendel is the only caliber to use to take a hog, because that's ridiculous. I've killed hogs with a 223, I've killed them with a 300 blackout, I've killed them with a 45 and with a 9 mil. All those rounds will do it, plus others. These are just rounds that I've used so far. The point of this video was to show you the damage that the 6.5 Grendel managed to cause on these animals, and how effective it was in stopping them and putting that food on my table. I hope you enjoyed. Get out there, do some hunting, share what you've done, and remember, Doc said it.